Hey everybody, it's Justin from J3 Creation, where we create high quality functional art. And today we're going to be working with this t-shirt, doing a spiral. I call it a single side spiral. There's probably some better name for it, but anyway, we'll get started. Basically, I'm going to turn my shirt inside out, and I'm going to ensure that the front of the shirt is facing flat on the on this. So I'm gonna flip it over, make sure that the front is facing the bottom, I guess you could say. And flatten your fabric. Make sure it's all lined up. Okay, so good enough. Anyway, I try to ensure that my spiral on the front is facing flat, just because that gets a better spiral overall, I guess I would say. But I'm just going to start right here. You can start your spiral wherever. You can start it from here or from here. You know, side spiral. You could fold it in half and do a side spiral. The only limitation is your imagination. But anyway, I'm just going to do a simple spiral. You can find a lot of videos out there about like some really nice pleated spirals, and I'm not really trying to do that, but I do want to make sure that I have a good spiral, so going to try to set it up well. And I'm just kind of walking my fingers through, making sure that I don't have any big clumpy areas, and just kind of creating little pleats to help my fold ultimately. You can get a pretty thick fold on here, about a ½ inch or so, and still get good saturation. But ultimately, you kind of want to ensure that you take your time on your pleats, because that's really what's going to create your ultimate fold design. And so, yeah, just make sure you take your time. So that's a pretty simple basic spiral, and I'll get a close-up of it. Okay, so you can see it's okay, it's not perfect. Like I said, you can find other videos out there that are better, but this is just to kind of get your mind going about the possibilities of the design. Okay, so now we've got it wrapped, and you can go in with little pliers, or you know, something with a nice fine point, and kind of poke around a bit if you want to try and flatten your fold a little. But again, this simple spiral will be okay for this design. I'm gonna get some elastics on here so that it doesn't move around in the process. So there it is. You can kind of see how the spiral is pretty nice on the front side, and that's ultimately kind of what matters. I mean, the back side matters too, but it's in a swirl pattern. It's not like it's not. But kind of what I was talking about with these, just kind of going along and making sure that your folds are nice and that there's no overlapping fabric. that'll make a difference when you're doing your spiral. So we'll get this over to the dye station and see how it turns out. Okay, so here we are at the dye station, and this is the back of the shirt. I'm going to be dyeing, well, I'm going to start on the front of the shirt, I should say. And if you're going to do an ice dye or a hot water irrigation, I recommend that you do your dye on this side and, you know, just lay little triangles so that you get a nice, fun, you know, classic spiral, but you don't have to. Of course, you can do little dots of whatever, but I won't tell you how to live your life. I'll just show you how I'm going to do this for this video. And we're just going to do one little triangle on the side. And honestly, if I had my way, I would take some more time and fill up a bunch of these with rainbow colors and do like a fun little rainbow in like basically a little triangle. Just have the 7 colors of the rainbow in one triangle in there. That's what I would do. But I didn't really want to take the time to do that for the video. I'm trying to get rid of these dyes actually, so figured I wouldn't make any more up. But anyway, we're going to use royal blue from Dharma, and I'm just going to do one simple triangle. I'm going to try to be very careful with my dye placement. So here we go. Just gonna go slow and easy with it. And we'll do both sides. But you want to give your time, or your dye, some time to kind of saturate into the fabric. It will spread, so just kind of be careful. So there you go. And you can kind of see I just barely got in the middle there. Again, you could have a lot of creative freedom with it, but that's just what I'm doing for the video. You also want to make sure and get the sides good. And we're going to get this side. And again, just slow and easy. It's the best way to ensure that you get good saturation. So we'll probably let that sit for about 24 to 48 hours and see how it turns out. And I'm going to set it like this so that, like, if I were to set it like this, you would get a different effect and it would kind of fall in a sense. But I'm going to set it like this so that it doesn't fall and just kind of stays there. So, see you in about a day or two. Okay, so here's the final result of the single spiral. You can kind of see how it goes, and I think it turned out pretty great. You could do a little less dye. You could just do like, you know, a quick line instead of a triangle, and you would get obviously a skinnier line, but it's just something fun to play with. You could do different colors. You could do a double line. You could do a little rainbow, like I said. There's lots of things you could do. Just let your imagination take you where it wants. And make sure to subscribe and get the notifications and like the video because we've got more tie-dyes coming. So thanks for watching.